Pamela Diffie.
Pamela?
Her name is Pamela Diffie.
No, it's not.
Her name is Pamela Diffie.
No. Absolutely.
What's up, everybody?
Hi, I'm Scarlett.
I'm Christina, and today we're going to be talking about some Disney shows that you may have forgotten.
First off, we have the show Out of the Box, which aired in 1998 on the network Playhouse Disney, which is kind of like Disney Junior for all of you youngins out there. Basically, the premise of the show was that every day these neighborhood kids would go into this cardboard clubhouse called The Box, and in the box they would play all sorts of games, they would do crafts, and they would sing. It was kind of Disney's answer to the PBS show Barney and Friends. So unlike Barney, Out of the Box doesn't really have these giant, colorful dinosaurs running around with the kids. It's just the two hosts, Tony and Vivian, and they lead them through the games and the crafts. And every show they sing this goodbye song that you guys might remember.
So long, farewell to you, my friends.
It doesn't come out in regular conversation when you talk about Disney shows that you used to watch. I feel like a lot of people have forgotten about it, but I really like that show. Alright, and the next show we have is Dave the Barbarian. So basically, Dave the Barbarian was a show about Dave, his sister Candy, and his little sister Fang, and how they were in charge of their kingdom while their parents were away fighting evil. The show takes place in the Middle Ages, and basically Dave is supposed to be in charge of defending the kingdom, but everything scares him. So basically they all have to work together to get themselves out of trouble that, like any other Disney show, they got themselves into. The characters are quite interesting. Like I mentioned, Dave is super scared of everything, even though he's the one that's in charge. Candy would rather be anywhere out shopping instead of where she is now. And then Fang, everyone always thought she looked like a monkey. And then in one of the episodes, like, you can see why, because she looks like the monkeys in the kingdom. But I don't know. I thought that was weird. I always thought that was weird, that she always had to, like, tell people, like, I'm not a monkey. I wonder why they did that. I don't know. But anyway.
And that was, like, her catchphrase, too.
Yeah, it was, like, her thing. Like, every single episode, someone thought she was a monkey, and then she was like, and then it's like, what was the purpose? But I super like this show. This show, I compare it to, like, Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Or, like, SpongeBob. Like, it's not a show that you would watch to learn something. You would just kind of watch just to laugh.
Next up, we have the show Life with Derek, and it's basically a show about the difficulties of blending two families. So in this show, Casey McDonald and her little sister Lizzie have to deal with her mom's new husband, George, and his kids, Derek, Edwin, and Marty.
So it's basically like Disney's Brady Bunch, except they had a little daughter. And it was like girls and guys in the Brady Bunch. And here it's just
girls and guys.
And the little girl.
And Marty. I forget about Marty, which is... I just remember Derek being super annoying and mean to Casey for no reason, which obviously made the adjustment process for Casey a lot more difficult because her brother was pestering her all the time. It actually ended up lasting 4 seasons, which I considered notable because
Disney shows only last 2 seasons.
Literally.
Maybe there's one that lasts 3. I didn't know it lasted so long.
It lasted 4 seasons, but I think it was just because it was made in Canada, and maybe Canadian shows have a thing for longevity. Like Degrassi has been on for years.
Oh yeah, we'll come back to that. I don't know. I always remember that I saw Life with Derek, but like 2-3 episodes in my head, it wasn't really...
I remember watching it, and I remember that as a kid, I did get weird vibes from Derek and Casey. And that's the whole thing people bring up these days about Life with Derek, is that people think they're like overarching, like incesty undertones. And I think I remember kind of feeling that way, but I'm not sure if that's just people being, like, weird.
I I don't know. Could be just people being weird, but I don't know. I didn't get that vibe at all, but I also don't really remember the show like that.
Yeah.
So it could just be me, or it could just be y'all.
I don't know if you guys get the same weird vibes that a lot of people do. Let us know in the comments.
Because I got no vibes.
You got no vibes. I think I remember getting mine.
So our next show is Braceface. And to be quite honest, if I don't remember Life with Derek, I definitely remember Braceface less. So, her braces were always electrically charged.
I remember that.
She was turning things on, just moving, like...
They were like magnets, right? Like...
It's not even magnets. Well, I think they did that too, but it was just like electricity, like they turned machines on and stuff. It was weird.
Cool.
Again, Canadian.
Those
No,
Canadians.
and I think it lasted like 3 or 4 seasons as well. So much going on. First of all, the character's name is Sharon, which is like, okay, Karen was taken, Becky was taken, Sharon. Okay, they named her Sharon. I've never met a 12-year-old named Sharon. And she was voiced by Alicia Silverstone. Cher from Clueless. It's, again, another one of Disney shows, you know, it's a bunch of kids going through kid life, getting into trouble because of her braces, and then solving them.
Pretty self-explanatory, nothing to say there. I don't remember, I have no memory. As the theme song says, Todd and Riley were oh so sad when they came across a Fleamco ad.
They sent away $1.98, got a super spy mom, and they're super dad.
Basically, the replacement is about these 2 orphans, Todd and Riley, and their life gets turned upside down when they buy a phone from the company Fleamco. And for just $1.98, their entire life changes completely.
Can you imagine sending $1.98 and getting a new set of hair?
And also, like, a new phone for $1.98. Like,
Yeah.
baseline, that's just wild.
Yeah.
So, with this new phone, what they do is they can replace anyone or anything in their life that they deem, like...
Annoying,
Annoying.
unnecessary, not doing what I want it to do.
Hello, Fleamco.
Sir, we need a replace and fast.
So, in the end of every episode, they have the whole Disney moment thing where they're like, actually... maybe doing this wasn't what we should have done, and I'm actually more grateful for what I had before. That whole thing.
I really enjoyed this one. This one I remember.
The Replacements was it was a good show.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes they cancel things that should keep going for a little longer. And they
For
keep
sure.
things going that should have stopped season 1. And now we have Phil of the future.
He's a 22nd century man.
The Diffie family live in the year 2121, and they own a time machine, and they travel through time for, like, as a hobby. And they get stuck in the 21st century, 2004. The show is literally them just trying to figure out how in the world people live in 2004, how to not get caught, and of course, Phil and Pim, as teenagers, preteens, have to navigate regular 2004 teenage life, as well as try to not get caught, try to, you know, stay as normal as possible, I guess. I loved this show. Loved it. And it's really sad that not a lot of people mention it. Everyone's so caught up with Lizzie McGuire and That's a Raven. It's like, okay, can we have
Let's
some range?
talk about Phil of the future.
Where is the range? Like, why are you just stuck here? Come on, there's more. The fact that they thought we were going to have time machines in 2121.
We're probably not even going to be alive. The way
Okay.
climate change is going.
So let's start there. All right, so that's all we got. Like I said before, expand your horizons. Phil of the Future was a great show. Watch some Dave the Barbarian. I'm going to have to rewatch Life with Derek.
Okay, we'll rewatch Life with Derek and we'll come back and let you guys know if everyone's just weird.
Yes, that's what we're... Stay tuned for
Stay
that.
tuned for that. Alright, so that's it for this video. If you guys liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Also be sure to subscribe and comment with any questions or suggestions for future videos you might have.
Remember to also follow us on Instagram. We link it down below and it is on the screen. Thank you guys for watching and we'll see you next week.
Bye everyone!